President Trump has postponed plans for deportation raids, but was it due to politics or internal sabotage? Ilhan, Omar, Rashida, Tlaib joined other left-wing freshman Democrats in denouncing the raids and also called ICE a criminal organization. Plus, students at one major college campus are being threatened if they join any conservative organization. All that and more. I'm Bobby Eberle. This is a 13-minute news hour.
And God bless the United States of America.
All right, friends, before we jump into the news, I want to tell you about my friends over at Bottle Breacher. I actually got a great gift from them. I'll show it to you here. They are whiskey coolers. I got them for Father's Day, and these guys are awesome. They have the very best in man gifts, groomsmen gifts, corporate and promotional items. Just go to bottlebreacher.com, use coupon code Bobby13-A1 for the very best made in America products. That's bottlebreacher.com, use coupon code Bobby13-A1. All right, folks, we talked about this a little bit last week. President Trump was planning raids on illegal immigrants starting yesterday, and they were going to be for people that have already gone through the asylum process, have been denied, they're still in the country. Basically, they broke the law to come in, they're still here, and he wants to get them out. So he planned raids, but then he postponed them. This weekend, he announced a postponement, and for a little background, here's the story.
The president announced the raids ahead of his 2020 re-election launch Tuesday, tweeting that ICE will begin the process of removing the millions of illegal aliens. Though not millions, ICE officers do plan mass roundups targeting more than 2,000 undocumented immigrants, including families who have been given final deportation orders.
All right, so these roundups were for people who are here illegally and continue to be here illegally. And they were supposed to begin, but then over the weekend on Saturday, Trump tweeted this. He says, "At the request of Democrats, I have delayed the illegal immigration removal process, deportation, for 2 weeks to see if Democrats and Republicans can get together and work out a solution to the asylum and loopholes problems at the southern border. If not, deportation starts." So that was Saturday. Then yesterday, Trump added this. He said, "I want to give Democrats every last chance to quickly negotiate simple changes to asylum and loopholes. This will fix the southern border together with the help that Mexico is now giving us. Probably won't happen, but worth a try. 2 weeks and a big deportation begins." All right. So he wants the politicians to come together. He wants them to close loopholes. He wants to make the asylum process more streamlined so we don't have all these people hanging out in detention centers for weeks and weeks and months on end, namely because the system is flooded. It's been overrun by the left that actually promotes these people to come. They don't want to do anything once they're here. They want them in here illegally. So they just promote the process. That's how the word gets out to these caravans. So Trump is saying that we're going to put a halt to this to try and fix the process. But was it all just politics? Because the Washington Examiner has a really interesting story that came out over the weekend as well. And here's their report, because this deals with the possibility that these raids might have been doomed before they even began. Here's a report from the Washington Examiner. This week's big leak about a major immigration and customs enforcement operation was orchestrated by acting Homeland Security Secretary Kevin McAleenan in an effort to sabotage the raids before they were scheduled to take place, according to 3 current and 2 former senior administration officials. All 5 officials who spoke with the Washington Examiner confirmed McAleenan's decision to go rogue and stymie the operation was what prompted the White House to call off the 10-city operation. The planned raids in cities such as Los Angeles, Miami, and Houston were first reported by the Washington Post on Friday. All right, the Washington Examiner goes on to say that this was really a close-knit, quiet operation. Very few people knew about it in the administration, and that's why they are very suspicious that now the acting Homeland Security Secretary, McAleenan, is the one behind it. Here's more from the Washington Examiner. 2 officials said the acting secretary, who was promoted internally in April, had fought for months during closed-door discussions with White House officials, the former acting ICE director, Ronald Vitalio, and the new acting ICE director, Mark Morgan, against the plan, which they noted was similar to the one Obama administration carried out in 2015. So that last part is really important. So officials that were fighting for the plan. Macarena was fighting against it, yet it was a plan that Obama implemented in 2015 to get these people out that will not leave, even though they know they're supposed to go. They were not granted asylum. They need to go back. And yet it appears that sabotage from the inside is what led to these delays. And hopefully Trump can continue to clean house, because that was one of the prime reasons Trump was elected. It's not only that people hated Hillary and she didn't, relate to the hardworking, blue collar people in the Midwest, but also that people wanted a change. They wanted him to clean up what was going on in the so-called deep state, these entrenched, established politicians and bureaucrats. And now it looks like they leaked the information from the very top to put a halt to these raids. So in addition to that, this weekend, as all that was going down, as these raids were being planned, about to be implemented and then stopped, we have these left-wing, anti-American freshman Democrats, you know who I'm talking about. They issued a statement blasting the president. And I'm talking about Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ayanna Pressley. And it's just so frustrating that these people do not want border security at all. They have no plan to prevent anything that's going on the southern border. There is no plan. They gripe about the detention centers. They say they're inhumane. They call them concentration camps, and that they offer no alternative. Here's a report from the Daily Caller. It says Ocasio-Cortez issued a joint news release with her Democrat colleagues from the House, Minnesota Rep. Ilhan Omar, Massachusetts Rep. Ayanna Pressley, and Michigan Rep. Rashida Tlaib, which vowed to withhold further funding for ICE and the U.S. Customs Border Patrol. All right, just look at some of these statements from these people that are supposed to represent America. They represent districts in the United States of America. Here's Tlaib. Here's a tweet from Rashida Tlaib. We cannot turn our backs on the abuses taking place on our own soil, executed by our own government. A joint statement from Rep. Pressley, Ilhan, AOC, and I, should be me, hashtag not $1. All right, so that was Tlaib. Here's Pressley. ICE and CBP, radicalized criminal agencies, are destroying families and killing innocent children. It is absolutely unconscionable to even consider giving $1 more to support agencies that openly commit human rights abuses. Hashtag not $1, hashtag not defund hate. And of course, AOC jumped into this as well. She can't, stay out of the press at all. And she tweeted this. The GOP has supported building mass concentration camps on the southern border. Kids and families are dying. Now they want money for more with zero negotiation on how dollars are spent. We can't do that. They've shown that when they get more money, they build more camps. Hashtag close the camps. All right, and if you read their full statement, it's absolutely outrageous, and I encourage you guys to do that. They actually say that Trump is more concerned about criminalizing migrants or criminalizing immigrants than solving the problem. And, hello, these immigrants, these migrants criminalized themselves when they came here illegally. You see people going through tunnels, hopping the walls, going across the river, over and over again. You see, as we talked about before, in the last mass caravan in January, 26% of the people already had criminal records in the United States, criminal dealings in the United States, 26%. And we're supposed to just let all these people in? No, they need to be vetted. We need to find out what's going on, if they belong here, if they are true asylum seekers, if their cases have merit. Then it's going to take time to get those cases heard. There's only so many judges, and there's only so much room. And that's what's going on right now, and that's why we need more money. And these people offer nothing but left-wing rhetoric to try and inflame the situation. And it's absolutely outrageous when you say that Trump is trying to criminalize immigrants. We have a legal process. No one is being criminalized unless they've criminalized themselves. So folks, now I want to talk about a story that's, to me, it's really quite scary, because we've talked about this before, the left-wing indoctrination and radicalization that's going on college campuses, where conservatives don't even feel safe. They don't feel like they have a voice, and it's continuing. Here is what's going on the University of Texas. You have a left-wing group that is now threatening to release personal information on incoming freshmen if they join a conservative organization. They are threatening to release their personal data or dox them, and there has to be something that's done about it. Here is a report from a tweet that was put out from this group earlier in June. It says, "Hey, UT23, do you want to be famous? If you join YCT, that's Young Conservatives of Texas, or Turning Point USA, you just might be. Your name and more could end up in an article like one of these." And then they do 2 links, and then it says, "So be sure to make smart choices at UT orientation." So this is a message, a tweet from this group, this left-wing group, to incoming freshmen, and the links they put in are just downright scary. One of them is a page on Young Conservatives of Texas. The other one is for Turning Point USA, and it shows pictures of these kids, these students, with their names, their email addresses, their phone numbers, sometimes where they work. One I read, it pointed out this girl where she works, listed the phone number for that restaurant, and encouraged people to call that restaurant to get her fired. There's got to be laws against this, because this is scary to put this personal information out there without the person's consent. If they didn't do this themselves, you have people digging around doing this for them. Here was another tweet from this group. It says, "The best hashtag Longhorn state of mind is an anti-fascist one. If you begin to spot the young racist trying to join YCT or TPUSA, send us a tip so we can keep our reports up to date, hashtag UT23. Also, if you're an anti-fascist, anarchist, autonomy-inclined Longhorn, reach out and let's link up." All right. I mean, again, this is so outrageous. And it's going on other campuses too. Campus Reform interviewed the president of Young Conservatives of Texas for the chapter in Texas State University, which is near Austin, near University of Texas. And here's this report. This is the same thug mentality we have to deal with at Texas State. Sebastian Quaid, chairman of the Young Conservatives of Texas chapter at Texas State University, told Campus Reform. The irony is this: when they were trying to ban conservative organizations at Texas State, they said it was because conservatives stalk, harass, and dox liberal students. Is this proof enough that these liberal students who think this is okay are mindless bullies? They give our schools a bad name. They give our country a bad name, and they give our friends on the left a bad name. They talk about kindness and acceptance and then turn around and dox students and potentially put a student's life in danger. For what? A red hat? Quaid continued. And he was referencing a story there at Texas State where 4 people were arrested for harassing a student, stealing his MAGA hat, and this group came to their defense, the 4 students' defense. So, folks, I'm going to keep on this story because I believe it's very important. People need to feel safe on college campuses, and conservatives need to have a voice. And these liberals that say every voice is heard, they're the ones that turn the other cheek and turn a blind ear to when conservatives are actually being harassed. Folks, that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on Wednesday. Please subscribe and please tell your friends. I'm Bobby Eberle. This is a 13-minute news hour. Okay, friends, just a little reminder before you go, and no, this does not count against my 13 minutes. Please hit the subscribe button below and tell your friends. And if you happen to miss our last show, you can check it out right here. And also for great conservative news and commentary, please check out GOPUSA.com. All right, folks, we'll see you on the next show. Have a great day.